Good evening. Supreme Court and High Court judges are appointed by the President. So, this is what the Constitution says. In the similar manner, the Supreme Court judges and High Court judges are also removed by the President. But before that one, a huge process will take place, meaning it is not so easy to remove a judge of Supreme Court or a High Court in India. So that is the reason why if you look at our Indian judicial system, I am speaking exclusively about Supreme Court and High Court. Removing judges is really a difficult task, and after the commencement of the Constitution till today, not even a single Supreme Court judge or a High Court judge have been removed. But there was an attempt against a few judges. So why I am talking to you regarding this is because there is again an attempt to remove a judge in the High Court of Hyderabad. So there was an accusation against one of the judges of Hyderabad High Court, Justice Nagarjuna Reddy, and it has been taken seriously by some of the members of the parliament, and the procedure has been initiated. But because of the technical reasons, the procedure was stalled in the beginning itself. So, meaning in the immediate session or in the nearest future, so the action may not be initiated against this person. But what exactly happened, let me tell you. But before that, I would like to say how exactly a judge of Supreme Court or a judge of High Court is removed. Kindly remember, the Constitution has provided under Article number 124 clause 4 with respect to the removal procedure of a judge of Supreme Court. And whatever the procedure that is available for a judge of the Supreme Court, similar procedure is also applicable for a judge of the High Court. We know that we have 24 High Courts in India. And also remember, I would like to add another point, another 2 points here. The procedure we are following for the removal of a judge of the Supreme Court, same procedure is also followed for removing Chief Election Commissioner and also Comptroller and Auditor General. Meaning there are 4 different offices in the country where the similar procedure is followed for removing them. So now I would like to tell you. So before talking about Justice Nagarjuna Reddy, so I'll speak regarding that at the end. Of course, there was an initiative that was taken by 61 members of the parliament. Later, 19 members of the parliament, members of the Rajya Sabha, so they have withdrawn. They have withdrawn their signatures from the petition. That is the reason why chairman of Rajya Sabha has not accepted the petition, and no procedure has been initiated for removal of this justice from Hyderabad High Court. But otherwise, first of all, so why do you remove a judge of Supreme Court or a High Court? Obviously, what will happen? Judiciary, since the beginning, we have lots of respect. Even today also, so the same respect is continued. At least the judiciary is coming to the rescue of the people very, very frequently. And we hear so many, cases, the judgments that are given by the Supreme Court. But otherwise, the point is that, so whenever there are allegations with respect to abuse of the power, so like maybe corruption or misusing the office, authority, right, or his name is misused, right? So during that time, so there may be a procedure initiated for removing the judge of the Supreme Court or High Court. Clear? But what exactly happens is that if you want to remove a judge of the Supreme Court, kindly remember, first of all, a Supreme Court judge or High Court judge is appointed by the president. Am I clear? And since 1992, we are following a procedure called the recommendations. Sorry, the recommendations are made by the Supreme Court Collegium, which is headed by the Chief Justice of India. And that information, the recommendations will come to the law ministry. From law ministry, it will go to the Prime Minister's office, and from Prime Minister's office, it will go to the President of India. Meaning, at the end of the day, if there is any objection for PMO regarding any name, PMO, that is the Prime Minister's office, may send back the proposal again for reconsideration of the collegium. But after such a reconsideration, there is no going back. That must be accepted by the Prime Minister's office, and the recommendations will be sent to the President of India. And the President of India will appoint those people as a judges. Am I clear? So this is the basic thing. But if you want to remove them, but basically in India, so we have adopted a procedure called independent judiciary. Independent judiciary means in the judicial proceedings, the government is not expected to interfere. Right? So if you don't interfere and provide complete independence, then they can deliver the judges. They can judgments. So the judges can deliver the impartial judgments. So that is what is required for a nation. That is the reason why we are maintaining the concept of independent judiciary since beginning, and the interference of the government is not at all acceptable. That is the reason why. So we don't hear any time that so and so minister giving a call to a judge and talking and discussing about a case. That will not happen, right? In our system. But if you want to remove a person, the procedure can be initiated either in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha. Clear? I'm talking about the removal procedure of a judge of the Supreme Court. Same procedure is applicable for High Court judges and also Chief Election Commissioner and also Comptroller and Auditor General. Clear? So listen carefully. So now what will happen here? If you want to initiate the procedure must be initiated. Excuse me, just a minute. Thank you. Yeah. So the procedure must be initiated either in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha. Right. So if you want to initiate the procedure in the Lok Sabha, at least 100 members of the Lok Sabha. What is the strength of Lok Sabha? 545. Out of that one, at least 100 members. At least 100 members must sign and give a notice to the speakers. So that what will happen? Speaker will verify, and if it is minimum 100, then speaker will accept it. Then speaker will constitute a 3-member committee. Right? So speaker will constitute 3-member committee. Out of that, the first person will be the either Chief Justice of India or any judge of the Supreme Court. And the second person is the Chief Justice of any High Court in the country. And third person is a distinguished jurist. So this 3-member committee is constituted by the speaker, and whatever the accusations or allegations made by these 100 members, that will be handed over to this is a 3-member committee, and the 3-member committee is expected to conduct the investigation, and again the report has to be submitted to the speaker. Speaker will place the report before the Lok Sabha, and in the Lok Sabha, on that particular report, discussion will take place, and after that one, voting will take place. If it is accepted by special majority, you already know what is the meaning of special majority, 2/3 majority. If it is accepted by special majority, then the scene will be shifted to the other house. Clear? The scene will be shifted to the other house. But before that one, what will happen? Before Lok Sabha goes for voting, the concerned judge against whom the allegations have been raised and the report has been submitted, so he will be asked to appear before the Lok Sabha. So meaning is simple. You are giving an opportunity. You are giving an opportunity to a judge to defend himself. Right? So without giving an opportunity to defend himself, so you cannot remove a judge. That's the reason why the judge will be asked to come to the Lok Sabha, and the Lok Sabha members may pose the questions. Kindly remember, this is the procedure I am talking to you if the procedure is initiated in the Lok Sabha. Right? So once it is over and the members will vote, if it is accepted by special majority, then the scene will be shifted to the second house, that is the Rajya Sabha. In the Rajya Sabha, again the discussion will take place, voting will take place. And during the time, if Rajya Sabha also accepts with a special majority, then President will remove the concerned judge. President will put the signature, and that is considered to be removal of a judge of the Supreme Court. Am I clear? Right, the same procedure is also followed for, I'm repeating, high court judges, chief election commissioner, and CAG. Right. So now, so if you want to initiate the procedure in the Rajya Sabha, then what will happen? Even in the Rajya Sabha also, if you want to initiate the procedure, minimum 50 members of the Rajya Sabha must sign and give a notice to the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Am I clear? What is the strength of Rajya Sabha? 245. Out of that, 50 members must sign, and that 50 members must give notice to the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Kindly remember, if it is Lok Sabha, 100 members must sign and give notice to the speaker. If it is Rajya Sabha, 50 members must sign, and minimum. If it is beyond that, no issues. It should not be less than 50, right? So the notice will be given to the chairman. If it is accepted by the chairman will constitute the 3-member committee. Again, the Chief Justice of India or any other judge of the Supreme Court. Clear? And the second person will be Chief Justice of any high court in India, and third person is the distinguished jurist in the opinion of the so-called the chairman. So meaning 3-member committee will be constituted, and this particular accusations will be handed over to them, and they will conduct the inquiry, and the report will be submitted to the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, because the procedure has been initiated in the Rajya Sabha. Then what will happen in the Rajya Sabha? So the discussions will take place, and the concerned judge will be asked to appear before the Rajya Sabha, and the members who are present in the Rajya Sabha will pose the questions. And again, you are giving an opportunity to the judge to defend himself. Come what may, at the end of the day, voting will take place, and if it is accepted by special majority, 2/3 majority, then scene will be shifted to Lok Sabha. Again, discussion, voting will take place. If it is accepted, then the president will remove the concerned judge. Hope you got it. Meaning, you can initiate the removal procedure either in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha. At the end of the day, it should pass through both the houses of the parliament. Then the president will come into the picture, and the president will remove a judge. Am I clear? But so far, how many judges have been removed? No judge has been removed. No Supreme Court judge, no High Court judge, no Chief Election Commissioner, no CAG have been removed so far in independent India. Am I clear? That's it. But in the year 1993, a procedure was initiated against a Supreme Court judge by name V. Ramaswamy. And of course, that procedure was stopped in between. Right? And in the recent past, if you look at the year 2012, there was a judge by name Justice Soumitra Sen, and this person belongs to Kolkata High Court, and there were allegations, and the procedure was initiated in the Rajya Sabha, 3-member committee, same procedure I told you, and Justice Soumitra Sen was asked to appear before Rajya Sabha. He tried to defend himself for a period of 2 hours. Later, Rajya Sabha voted against him, and it was almost ready for his removal. Next day, it could have gone to Lok Sabha, and Lok Sabha was also ready to vote against this person so that he can be removed, right? But after it is accepted by the Rajya Sabha with a special majority, before it goes to the Lok Sabha, Justice Soumitra Sen has submitted the resignation letter. A judge will submit the resignation letter to the president. Either it is Supreme Court judge or a High Court judge, they will submit the resignation to the president. During that particular gap, that night, Justice Soumitra Sen submitted the resignation letter to the president. Clear? And there is a provision for the judges that once they submit the resignation letter, if it is accepted or not accepted by the president, that is considered to be accepted by the president. Am I clear? So this is a mechanism where they can escape from, this punishment. and the resignation has been submitted, considered to be accepted by the President of India, and no procedure has been taken place in the Lok Sabha. Since the judge has submitted the resignation letter, what is the necessity to this vote against him in the Lok Sabha, and in that way Justice Soumitra Sen has escaped clear. Otherwise, so he could have become the first judge in the history of India to be removed. Clear. In the same year, in the same lines, there was another judge. It was the Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court, right? It was Justice P.D. Dinakaran, and certain allegations were there against him, and remaining judges and lawyers in Karnataka High Court, they have boycotted until and unless this person is not removed from Karnataka High Court. So we are not going to attend the duties during that time. So this president has transferred Justice P.D. Dinakaran from Karnataka High Court to Sikkim High Court. Again, there was also a problem. Later, he was asked to go on leave. But during that particular time, procedure was initiated in the Rajya Sabha, and three-member committee has been constituted. They also submitted the report to the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. But what happened before this discussion has been taken place, and just before that, Justice Soumitra Sen also submitted the resignation letter, and P.D. Dinakaran wanted to walk in the same path. And before any action, before it was voted in the Rajya Sabha, Justice P.D. Dinakaran has submitted the resignation letter. Hence, the proceedings have been stalled. Clear. And this is what exactly happens with respect to the removal procedure of the judges. But the point is that once they submit the resignation letter, that resignation letter is considered to be accepted by the President of India. Am I clear? That's the reason why, kindly remember, so far how many Supreme Court judges have been removed? Zero. How many High Court judges? Zero. How many Chief Election Commissioners are CAGs? Nobody has been removed in this particular manner. Am I clear? And the latest one is it is an attempt made by some of the members of the Rajya Sabha, where 61 members of the parliament, members of Rajya Sabha, on December 5th, very recently, they submitted a petition to the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. And 61 members of parliament means it is above 50, and it has to be accepted by the vice president. Sorry, I should not say vice president, I should say chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Of course, vice president is ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha, but whatever the duty he is performing here, that duty is being performed in the capacity as the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so now Rajya Sabha chairman, so he looked into the petition, but later what happened? Out of 61 members of the Rajya Sabha, 19 members withdrew their signatures from the petition. So meaning simply they said that, so we are not going to support this. So 61 minus 19, it became less than 50. So once it is less than 50, obviously the chairman of Rajya Sabha has rejected that. Am I clear? And this particular procedure was initiated against a judge by name, Justice Nagarjuna Reddy of Hyderabad High Court. But since this petition has been rejected by the Rajya Sabha chairman, no procedure will take place. Is that clear? And I'll just show you those points. I'll show you the name of the judge and why and what are the allegations against him. Why there was a move for removing him. I'll just show it to you. Look at this. A petition was submitted to the chairman of the Rajya Sabha by 61 members of the parliament. Kindly see here. Here MPs means I am exclusively talking about the Rajya Sabha members. The petition was moved against Hyderabad High Court Judge Justice C.V. Nagarjuna Reddy for victimizing a Dalit Junior Civil Court Judge S. Ramakrishna for refusing to remove the names of Justice Reddy and his brother Pavan Kumar Reddy from a dying declaration implicating them in a crime in the year 2012. Right? So that is a point. And next, later, what happened? The 19 members of the parliament, so they have withdrew. They have withdrew the later, and the chairman of the Rajya Sabha has refused to accept the petition. Am I clear? See here. So when it comes to the like removal of the judges, removal of the judges, very rarely it will come into the picture. Otherwise, this taking the initiative and support of 50 members in the Rajya Sabha or 100 members in the Lok Sabha is really very difficult task. Until and unless the charges are not very severe, it becomes very difficult to initiate the procedure. And after 2012, again it was initiated. Now in the at the end of 2016, it is there in the news. Since it is there in the news, and High Court is always important. Whatever the state you are staying in, High Court is very very important. That is the reason why this is a possible question in any examination. So what are all the points I told you? Try to remember all the points so that from wherever the question is coming up, and you will be in a position to answer that question. Am I clear? So tomorrow is Sunday. We'll take a break for tomorrow, and again I'll see you on Monday evening. So enjoy the weekend, and I wish you all very 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 good luck. See you on Monday. Take very good care of yourself. Thank you.